There is also a comparison to the British attempt to partition Bengal. And that was stopped by everybody got together, Hindus, Muslims, all the freedom fight leaders, and they prevented that. When the partition of India happened, that same effort was not happening, as you note in your book.
Right. In fact, this whole book is about those two important partitions. It's a story between two partitions.
Correct.
What happened between those two partitions. In 1905, when the British decided to partition Bengal, it was just partition of one province. In fact, the then British leadership used to say that only Bengalis would complain. But on the contrary, we witnessed an All India movement in the name of Vande Mataram movement. The whole country stood up. Lal Bal Pal became the leaders. And the result was in 1911, British had to announce the annulment of that partition. In 7 years, we had undone that partition. But in 1940, when Jinnah announced partition of the whole country, why could we not stand up? Why could the whole country not stand up? In fact, that is the important lesson we have to learn. Something that happened between 1905 and 1940 was the reason why finally, when partition happened, nobody was there to stand up against it. In fact, Gandhi in one occasion, he says that yes, I never wanted partition. In fact, he said, vivisect me before vivisecting India. You have to kill me first. But he says, I said it based on the sentiment of the people at that time. Today, when the partition was actually happening, people were not ready to come onto the streets and fight against it. So there's no other way but for us to accept partition. So why that situation came?
What is your theory?
No, I'm saying those 30 years, especially after I would say 1915, when Gandhi entered the scene, the way Congress conducted the national movement between 1915 and 1947, what all they did, how they inadvertently, in their over zealousness to bring that Hindu-Muslim unity, bringing recalcitrant Muslim League to Congress side, how they went on giving one concession after the other. Finally, those concessions had resulted in Muslim League further fortifying its position. Instead of actually joining the mainstream Congress movement, they further fortified our position. They went becoming stronger and stronger with each appeasement move that Congress was making. League was becoming stronger.
Right.
So a stage came when even Congress leadership felt that we now cannot fight with them. We better agree for partition.
So then there is a very strong undercurrent of appeasement politics by various Congress leaders, and began by Gandhiji. In fact, he is the one who really got the working committee to agree to Muslim League's demands. Is that where the problem really began?
Of course, that whole period of compromise after compromise, which started with Khilafat movement, in a way ended with separate electorates, in a way. When Khilafat movement was supported by Gandhi in a big way, big
and
time.
Opposed by Jinnah, as you note.
Jinnah was, in fact, on that one reason, Jinnah left Congress in 1920. That was the beginning of the appeasement politics. From there, till they achieved separate electorates in mid-30s, Gandhi and Congress made compromise after compromise. Whether it was about national language, whether it was about national flag, whether it was about even singing of bhajans or singing of Vande Mataram in Congress meetings. On every such issue, they went on compromising with the very recalcitrant behavior of the Muslim Leaguers, in the hope that these compromises would bring them closer to Congress. But what happened was, it had only paved the way for more and more such demands to rise, Muslim League moving farther and farther away.